Hi everyone, how are you all? I hope you're all well. The sun is out today, shall we say, with a vengeance. It is 34 degrees and counting. So while I tell you a little about some local stuff, I'll take you on my walk to the physiotherapist again. I'll just walk the other way around so that it is not too boring. Okay. So I need someone to give me a sensible explanation for this. It appears that for approximately 2.5 weeks during the Rugby World Cup, South Africa had no aged power stations, no breakdowns at any of the power stations, no critical readings, no problems with coal delivery, absolutely none of the 101 stories we normally hear during load shedding. Oh, we lived in paradise again, except that the petrol price went up once again. However, as soon as the World Cup was over, our push notifications informed us that power outages are imminent, and so it was. 2.5 hours during the day and 2.5 hours at night. It is truly amazing how power stations age 20 years in 2 weeks. How breakdowns kindly wait until the rugby is over. Oh my goodness, when is the government going to admit that Eskom does not have the money to run itself? I fully believe that is the main issue. For years and years, funds were misappropriated, massive salaries, entertainment allowances, and free electricity was handed out like sweeties. And now they have to claw their way back to pay for the coal and spare parts, in my opinion. Okay, so what is new in the royal domain? Guys, I'm a little tired. I guess it is the sudden warm weather, preparation for the exams, and so forth. But I'll go back to deep dives, etc. very soon. Okay, so just hang in there for me. Give me a couple of days of just chatting to you, okay? Well, King Charles's visit to Kenya seemed to be going well as can be expected, of course. I expected that his visit to an African country would spark renewed discussions on independence from other Mediterranean countries like Jamaica, for instance. And of course, once again, I was right, because so it is. Oh, if only I was one of King Charles III's advisors. I would have told him to ensure invitations to a couple of his realm countries: Jamaica, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Or did he think a weekend at the beach for Harry and Meghan would suffice as a royal visit? Anyway, visiting an African country is a huge risk, and I'm not talking about their safety. We are not all barbarians here in Africa. Most of us have excellent manners, often better than in woke European countries, and most people in Africa knows how to show respect to our elders and leaders, unless, of course, if they do not have respect for us and treat us badly. Here in Africa, we have no issue with showing and expressing our feelings as long as any kind of hate speech is excluded. We criticize and protest loudly when needed. But I digress. I think politically it was a big risk, and I do expect even bigger fallout from countries where Charles is still head of state after this Kenyan visit. And quite frankly, I would not blame those countries. Camilla again wore a tunic top and pants in pink today. And guys, I'm telling you, it is the best way to dress here in Africa. Maybe not for the young set, but us older folks whose skins are more sensitive and thinner, definitely. Anyway, it never bothered me. When I was still living in Natal, I regularly visited the Indian market in Durban, where I bought kurta sets in cotton. It is comfortable, it protects against the sun, it is cool, and it is absorbent. Now that I'm in the Western Cape, I can only get these kurta sets in cotton in Cape Town, or obviously order online, and it is way too expensive to do so. So I create my own with tights and a long tunic style top or tunic style dresses. The only issue is that from 32 degrees Celsius up, the tights are far, far too warm. Anyway, there's a little controversy about Camilla staying behind and waiting in the car while Charles visited the Uhuru Gardens, and granted, it may not have looked too great, but I keep reminding people that these people may be royalty, but they are still human. Camilla is 75 years old, and she had a busy day yesterday, visiting a donkey sanctuary, feeding a baby elephant, and so on and so on. So who knows? Maybe her feet hurt or her back. She's also not used to the African weather. I mean, when it is 29 to 30 degrees in England, they issue heat warnings. Here in Africa, they only start issuing heat warnings at about 39 or 40 degrees. Depending on where you are exactly, humidity can also sap the last bit of energy out of you. I would thus not be surprised if she was suffering from a massive headache due to a little dehydration. I thus think the nasty remark saying she's lazy or that she did not want to mingle with the people is actually totally uncalled for. In my humble opinion, of course. I'm 15 years younger than Camilla, and I can only stand so much time out in the heat and dust. In summer, I become a vampire and only come alive at dusk. Another reason why they should have sent William to Africa, in my opinion, and perhaps gone to Canada instead themselves. Or if they really wanted to visit an African country, then they should have chosen one more to the south. Anyway, it is what it is. So let's move on. Okay, so let's quickly mention Harry and Meghan's supposed Halloween picture. Oh my word, what a joke. What idiots. I zoomed in on one of the clearer pictures, and in my opinion, it may very well be Harry and Archie. But in my opinion, and it will take a lot to change my opinion on this is not Meghan. And unless they 100% lied to us about Lily, that is not Lily either. The female does not have Meghan's build unless she suddenly developed a waist and had a butt implant. And of course, unless she had a double layer of fake tan on her arms and spent a week in a tanning booth. Now I'm going to zoom in a little so you can see what I see. Unless Lily is wearing a wig or a mask with hair, like the one my grandson is wearing here in this photograph, there is no way that is Lily. Unless, of course, they had been lying about Lily's blonde hair and blue eyes. Okay, but let's just imagine for a moment, Lily was wearing a costume with black hair standing up. Then why is Archie not wearing a costume? Are the children being treated differently? No, my dears, this is just bullshittery to get us talking again. If they want to show the children, then show them. And if you don't, then don't. Have you ever heard any of us cry because Beatrice does not publish photographs of her daughter? No, it is their choice. But please, stop this foot, hand blurred or photographs taken from behind. It is like saying or taunting us, here are our children, but you can't see them. Where? Well, I have news for Meghan and Harry and their PR. The more you do this kind of thing, the less we want to see them, because had they known anything about human nature and psychology, they would have known that you can only taunt people that long before they either become spiteful themselves or lose interest. I think most of us have lost interest in what the Harkle children actually look like. We just remain interested in their origins, how, when, and by whom were they birthed, and of course their well-being. With a malignant narcissist, sociopath for a mother, I think we have some reason to be concerned about the kiddies. Okay guys, that is it. I'll see you tomorrow if all goes well. So until then, please take good care of yourselves. Bye.